Hello friends, I am Vidya Patil, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering in Sharad Institute of Technology, Polytechnic Yadra. Today we are going to our next session for the Unit 1 of Internal Combustion Engine for the subject Power Engineering and Refrigeration. Today in this session we are going to cover the methods to reduce the pollution in a diesel engine and also some solved problems related to unit 1. First we see the methods to reduce the pollution in diesel engine. In a diesel engine technology now developed in recent years to limit the air pollutants and reduce the CO2 emission. In fact, in modern and cleaner diesel cars combine great fuel economy with near zero emissions of ultrafine particles and nitrogen oxides and making them one of the most cost effective options for reducing transport emissions. Here, some of the innovations in diesel engine technology which are helping to reduce diesel engine emissions. Here, first we see the diesel particulates filters, that is DPFS. This is used in recent diesel engines that removes the 99.9% of particles coming from the engine and including the ultrafine particles. Also, ceramic wall flow filters remove nearly all carbon particles, including the fine particles which are less than 100 nanometers in diameter. Okay, in diesel particulate filters. Second is the DNOx exhaust after treatment systems such as selective catalytic reduction systems, that is SCR, and NOx traps further reduce and controls the tailpipe nitrogen oxides emission of the diesel cars. In this SCR, that is selective catalyst reduction system, ammonia is used to convert over 70% up to 95% of nitrogen oxide into nitrogen over a special catalyst system. Also, third is the oxidation catalyst, which remains a key technology for diesel engines and convert carbon monoxides, that is CO, and hydrocarbons, that is HC, into CO2 and water. These are the methods to reduce the pollution in diesel engine. Now we see some examples solved. First we see the problem number 1, that is engine working on autocycle has the diameter of 150 mm and stroke of 225 mm. The clearance volume, that is 125 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter cube, and we have to find the air standard efficiency here. Okay, first we see the given data. They are given the bore diameter, that is small d, is equal to 150 mm. So we have to convert that into centimeter, that is 15 centimeter. Then second is the length of stroke, that is capital L, is equal to 225 mm, that is 22.5 centimeter. Third is the clearance volume, that is Vc, is given here, that is 125 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter cube. Okay, we have to find the air standard efficiency. To calculate the air standard efficiency, we have to use the formula for the air standard efficiency of autocycle, that is efficiency is equal to 1 minus 1 upon r raised to gamma minus 1 is equal to, this formula we have to use. And for that, first we have to calculate the compression ratio R to calculate the air standard efficiency. To calculate the compression ratio, first we have formula, that is ratio of cylinder volume divided by clearance volume. And for that purpose, first we have to calculate the cylinder volume and clearance volume. Cylinder volume is equal to Vc plus Vs and clearance volume, that is Vc. In problem, they gives us the clearance volume Vc is equal to 125 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter cube. But for first, that's why we have to calculate only cylinder volume here, that is Vc plus Vs. Vc is already given, so first we have to calculate Vs here. That's why here we first calculate the stroke volume, that is Vs. Vs is equal to pi by 4 d square into L, capital L. D square is the bore diameter and L is the stroke length. Okay, so pi by 4 d is equal to 0.15 and L is equal to 0.22 225. Okay, so after calculating we got the stroke volume is equal to 3.976 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter cube. After that after calculating the stroke volume, we have to calculate the cylinder volume. Okay, cylinder volume is equal to Vc plus Vs is equal to 1.25 into 10 raised to minus 3 plus 3.976 into 10 raised to minus 3. That equals to 5.226 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter cube. That is the value of cylinder volume. After putting the values of cylinder volume and clearance volume, we got the value of compression ratio, that is small r is equal to 4.18. Okay, we put that all values in air standard efficiency formula, that is efficiency is equal to 1 minus 1 upon r raised to gamma minus 1. Here we put the value of r is equal to 4.18 and the value of gamma is equal to 1.4. The value of gamma is equal to 1.4. Here we assume the value of gamma, okay, as a 1.4 here. So after calculating the efficiency, we got 0.4356. That means efficiency in percentage, that is 43.56%. This way we calculate the air standard efficiency of the Otto cycle. Now we see the next problem. That is, the problem statement is that a constant pressure open cycle gas turbine works between temperature range of 15 degrees centigrade and 700 degrees centigrade and pressure ratio of 6. Now we have to find out the mass of air circulating through the plant if it develops 1100 kilowatt. Okay, first we see what is the given data here. They gives the compression ratio, that is Rp is equal to 6 and also power developed is equal to 1100 kilowatt. Okay, we have to calculate, we have to find out the mass of the air circulating through the plant. Okay, and for that purpose we have to first find out the thermal efficiency. Okay, because after calculating the thermal efficiency we use the formula, that is power developed divided by heat supplied, and in heat supplied formula we got the value of mass of the air circulating through the plant, that is Ma, that is we have to find out here. Okay, and for that purpose first we find out the thermal efficiency of the gas turbine. Okay, the formula for the thermal efficiency of the gas turbine is efficiency of gas turbine is equal to 1 minus 1 divided by Rp, that is compression ratio, raised to gamma minus 1 divided by gamma is the formula of thermal efficiency. Okay, first we calculate that by putting the value of Rp and gamma. Again in this problem we assume gamma is equal to 1.4 here, and the value of compression ratio, that is Rp, is given as a 6 here in problem. So we putting the values gamma and compression ratio, we got the thermal efficiency is equal to 0.40. Okay, after calculating thermal efficiency we write down the formula is equal to power developed divided by heat supply. Here thermal efficiency, which have we already calculated, that is 0.40, we put here this value, and is equal to power developed, that is given in problem, that is 1100, and divided by heat supplied here. Here the heat supplied is given as 2750 kilowatt. Okay, so we put heat supplied formula, that is heat supplied is equal to ma into cp into delta t. Ma is the mass of the air and cp is the specific heat capacity, and delta is the temperature difference, okay, or temperature range. Here heat supplied is equal to 2750 is equal to mass, we have to calculate mass here, so ma into cp, the value of cp is equal to 1, which is also assumed here, and delta t is the temperature difference, that is temperature range is given in this problem, that is temperature range of 15 degrees centigrade and 700 degrees centigrade. So we put the temperature difference as 700 degrees centigrade minus 15 here. So ma, that is mass of air, is equal to, we calculated 4.014 kg per second. Okay, in this way we solve the problems of calculating the mass of air, also power developed, also the efficiencies. Okay, in this session we see how to solve the problems of Otto cycle efficiencies and the various methods to reduce the pollution in diesel engine. Okay, thank you.